Wagwan and welcome to the Tuesday Tattoo with me, Tat Mikey. Today I want to talk about tattoo fake skin products. I keep on seeing on TikTok lives and stuff people tattooing fake skin, and I feel like it's a very useful tool in the learning procedure of tattooing. It's got some very good uses, but it's also got some negative impacts. So the usefulness is you can use fake skin to learn certain aspects of tattooing. And the aspects of tattooing you're going to learn from it the most is muscle memory stuff. You're going to learn some sort of depth and position with your tattooing. And you're going to learn all the stuff that is basic stuff. So if I was going to set up a bit of fake skin to tattoo, I'd treat it like it was skin. So I'd set up just like I normally do, and that'd be something you'd learn how to do, clean down type of situation while you're using your fake skin. You're going to learn how to apply a stencil. It's going to be great for that. It's going to be great for just learning hand position, how to hold your pen, or your machine. It's going to help you with how to steady yourself, and it's going to help you in ways that is all stuff that someone who's been tattooing a long time does on automatic if you treat it like actual skin. So you're gonna set up your station, you're gonna use gloves, you're gonna be using the same products as you would as if you were tattooing. It'd help you in all them ways, but it's not gonna help you learn how to deal with real skin. It's not like real skin. It's a substitute, but it don't feel like real skin, it doesn't stretch like real skin. It's not gonna make you a great tattooist. It's gonna teach you the basics, and it's gonna, I suppose it's the substitute for people, the substitute for real skin, but it's not like real skin. Right, so fake skin falls short on a few aspects. Let's start from the beginning. That it falls short on the way it feels. Doesn't feel like skin, doesn't stretch like skin. It doesn't swell, bleed, and when you're tattooing fake skin, you have to go a little bit harder than you would with real skin. So if you're trying to learn how to tattoo by using fake skin, the reality of it is you're gonna have to treat the fake skin rougher than you would want to treat someone's actual skin. So you're not gonna learn how skin reacts, how skin moves, how it stretches. You're not going to learn them aspects of it. Some aspects of fake skin worse than real skin in the sense of fake skin stencils don't stick to it very well. So I suppose with the stencil not sticking very well, you are going to learn how to keep a stencil on the skin, because if you're doing it on something that's harder than skin, it dries a lot quicker on skin because of the person's body heat dries it. And the fake skin obviously hasn't got a blood flow, it hasn't got heat coming off it, so it tends to take a lot longer to dry. But I see that as an advantage, not a disadvantage, because it means that you've got to be more careful. You're not gonna understand body parts and how different places on the body, how the skin behaves while you're tattooing it, because on fake skin it's all the same. It's all that consistent thing. There's no place on a human body that the skin is consistent. Even on the biggest, flattest areas, your back or your thigh, different parts of it behave differently. Your outer thigh doesn't work the same as your inner thigh. So you doing a big piece on a bit of fake skin, you have to treat that all the same. But in reality, with a customer, you understand that certain bits of skin might take a little bit more or a little bit less. You might need to stretch one part of skin a lot more than you need to stretch another part. It's totally like, it doesn't work like skin. That's why I genuinely think that the best thing about it is it's learning repetition. So doing the same thing over and over again, from wrapping machine, using gloves, keeping stuff clean, putting stencils on, learning how to hold your body, learning how to hold your machine, learning how to control that with your hands, and how the tattooing process works, but you're not going to learn anything about skin. And that's something that you only really learn by doing. Learning and progression with fake skin. Does fake skin help build real confidence or give a false sense of security? I'd say it helps build confidence with certain aspects. Like I said before, it's repetition. The more you're comfortable holding a tattoo machine, being in front of work that you've got to do, the better. But it does give a false sense of security. Like you tattooing a bit of fake skin and it looking amazing, that doesn't mean you can tattoo a person to that same standard, because skin doesn't react the same way as fake skin does. So I feel like a lot of people who start tattooing and start using fake skins, they're doing these designs on fake skin and they're getting better and better at doing it on fake skin. And they get to a point where they might go, right, I'm going to do this on a person. And it's totally different. It feels different. You've not learnt from the fake skin how to stretch actual skin properly. You've not had to worry about fake skin moving on you. You've not had to deal with anything that's round or curved in any way. Most of the time people do fake skin and they might wrap it around a bottle or something, or they might have it on a flat piece of paper. And wrapping it around a bottle or something probably will help. But hey, it will help, but it's still not the same as doing it on an actual person who's moving, breathing, talking, twitching, sweating, getting hot, feeling anxious. It's just not the same. So people get this idea of, I can do it on this, now I can do it on that, and it's hopefully you've learnt the procedure well enough by tattooing the fake skin over and over and over again, so you're comfortable holding your machine, learning how to rest on something, learning how to stabilise yourself, that you don't mess up your customer too much. With a fake skin, your voltage is probably going to be different, the way you move is going to be slightly different, learning how to position people properly so that they're comfortable and you're not too uncomfortable. So I'd say if you did too much practice on fake skin, you gotta get to the point where you're good at tattooing fake skin. And fake skin isn't like real skin, so you'll adjust your voltage to do fake skin, everything will be adjusted for that purpose of tattooing fake skin. And if you then jump onto real skin, a person, what you might need to do is tone your voltage down. You don't get the chances that you get with fake skin to do it again. You know what I mean? It's pretty permanent when you've got someone in front of you and you're tattooing them. Like, a bit of fake skin is rubber, so it's very strong, it's very resilient. So when you're tattooing a bit of fake skin, you can go over and over that. It's not gonna rip. You're not gonna cut it. It's not gonna bleed out on you. You're not gonna be expecting all these things to happen, but they will happen. So with fake skin, you can smash it. You'll notice damage to it, but it's not gonna tarnish like skin would. The tattooing rule for what most people get taught is real skin. 3 passes, it's done. Don't want to be going over skin more than 3 times, because the risk is high of really damaging the skin to the point where it scars. Obviously, the more you go over a bit of skin, the more damage you can do. But with fake skin, you can carry on going over it. It don't matter. So there's massive issues with, you're not going to learn everything from fake skin. You're going to learn certain things from fake skin. And I feel like a lot of people who are learning certain things from fake skin need to keep it in mind that I need to treat this as real skin. When they're tattooing it, I need to treat it like real skin. But I need to remember that this doesn't behave like real skin. It's not the same. So treat it in the same aspect as you would of staying clean and learning how to maybe do a curve or a circle or something simple, and then try and move it onto real skin. Some of these fake skin products are great for, they've already got stencils on them with straight lines, boxes, circles, stuff like that. I think that's great. I think that really will help people in the sense of repetition. You keep on going, you will see progress if you do it over and over and over again. Then I see people trying to do realistic stuff on fake skin, and it's that's what shows it how drastically different it is, because it's just not the same. As soon as you try and do a realistic anything on fake skin, then you have to stop treating it like skin. You have to treat it like it's a rubber mat that you're tattooing, and that's got to teach you how to tattoo a bit of rubber. So don't get overconfident. When you can do something on a fake bit of skin, understand that you've learned some things, but you've probably not learned 80% of what you need to know. And you're only really gonna learn, especially if you're teaching yourself, you're only really gonna learn by trial and error and making mistakes. And it's a tough thing to deal with, which making mistakes is how people grow most of the time. There are some fake skin alternatives, but all the alternatives will degrade, so you're not going to be able to keep them for progression reasons. So you can tattoo pretty much anything with a skin. So you can get, a lot of people used to tattoo like pig skin. But if you've ever tried to tattoo pig skin, you realise that that's got its own issues. You find that you'll go and get some pig skin from the butchers and it's horrible to tattoo. It's dead greasy. As you're stretching it, because it's got no blood flow or anything, it just starts kind of breaking up in your hands. Then another alternative would be fruit. So you can tattoo anything with a skin. So bananas, melon, any fruit pretty much. But then they're all gonna degrade quite fast after you tattooing them, so it's another thing, you're not gonna be able to see progression. Right? The learning of stuff, you can only learn so much by not doing tattoos. Ideally, the best way to learn is to watch and repeat. So being in a studio, being able to watch someone actually tattoo and question them while they are tattooing. Whenever we've had apprentices, we try and force questions out of them, because the more questions they ask, the more information we can give to them. Because once you've been tattooing for so long, you just do things on automatic. Sometimes you don't think about why or how or the reasons why you do things. It's the same as any industry, it just becomes so natural that you forget the reasons why you do things until you ask the question. You might be like, why, I don't know, for an example, why'd you put the stencil on a certain way, or why'd you stretch the skin a certain way, or why'd you get someone to sit a certain way? And after a while it's so natural and it feels so obvious, but to someone who's not a tattooist it might seem like it is a valid question for them, because they've not experienced it enough to know why you do certain things a certain way. So I feel like the learning process, that's the way I learn. I know for a fact that I need to see someone doing something and then I can try and recreate it. And the more you watch someone actually tattoo, the more you're gonna understand about it. I find that when people first start learning how to tattoo, they'll watch people tattoo and they're focusing on things which, for me, knowing how to tattoo, I want them to look at things that they wouldn't look at. Most people will sit there watching a tattoo be done and they're watching the needle go into the skin, and they'll just constantly watch the needle go into the skin. But when you're watching a tattooist, then you want to learn from them. You want to look how they hold the skin, look how they stretch the skin, look at the patterns they move the needle in, look at how they control themselves by leaning on something or holding someone a certain way. And instead they're mesmerised by the needle going in and out of the skin. It's just the same as, I don't know, if I was learning how to weld off someone, they'd be like, don't look at the light, and that's all I'd be able to do, is look at the light. So I think the alternative to fake skin, the real alternative, is friends and family that trust you. Learning how to tattoo in the best way possible is baby steps. You start with simple tattoos. Once you're really comfortable doing small, simple tattoos, you might move up to slightly bigger, simple tattoos. And then you might move to same size, but a bit more complicated. You know what I mean? It's not a cool first tattoo, I'm gonna do a sleeve, because you'll just be overwhelmed. Your bumhole will go and you'll poo yourself on the spot and you'll go all red, you'll get all flustered and you'll start freaking out. But if you can do a small tattoo really well, then you need to try a little bit bigger. Once you can get that really good, you do a little bit bigger until you are able to focus for long enough and looking at the tattoo, keep track of detail and how you want it to look until you're doing full back pieces, full bodysuits. But no one ever starts, well, the best way to learn is to start small. Even if I was advising someone to learn on fake skin and advising them to do tattoos on fake skin, I wouldn't want to see full fake skin portraits or murals or anything. I'd get one of them sheets and I'd be like, cool, do me 50 tiny little trad flowers. Or I'd say, I've printed the alphabet out here in cursive script. Like, tattoo that. Simple stuff. The basics are so important in tattooing, and loads of people want to skip it. And you can't skip it because you'll come up to something where you need the basics and you'll fail because you've not started small, you've not started simple. You've gone, cool, I'm gonna do portraits. And it's like, and then your first customer will walk through the door and be like, can you write my mum on my back? And you won't be able to, you'll be disheartened, and it'll be like, oh, well, I really want to do a portrait. Well, can't you have a portrait of your mum? And the stress of doing a portrait, you might think it looks good, but your first 20 tattoos won't be good. They just won't be, because you're still learning. We say, when you first start tattooing, you tattoo for free on the premise that these people know that you're learning, and you're learning on them. So start small, grow slowly, grow properly. How would I use fake skin? I don't think I would now. I understand that it's a tool that has definitely got its place, but it's not. I've learned the basics, and I think that's where it stops being useful, because skin is impossible to replicate. How should fake skin fit into a well-rounded tattoo education plan? See, I'd say fake skin has got a perfect space, and the space is before you tattoo someone, you've got somewhere to learn the basics. If you learn the basics really well, then you can go to skin and see how it is realistically, because fake skin doesn't have a healing process, doesn't have swelling, doesn't have all that other stuff. You need to do your first few small tattoos, and you need to carry on doing them, so you need to learn muscle memory type stuff. But the most important thing is you need to see it healed. You need to do your first few tattoos, see them heal, so you can understand where you went wrong, because you will have gone wrong somewhere. Whether it's you've overworked the skin, which is a common one, or you've gone too deep, or you've gone too shallow, some stuff's fallen out. You want to make your life as easy as possible. You want to start small in easy spaces. It sounds that simple, but it is that simple solution, and you need to watch, recreate, see the healed result for you to be able to see where you went wrong, criticize yourself constructively. Don't be like, just being like, I'm rubbish. Like, you got to understand where you are, and you can only move forward by accepting where you are. No one's perfect straight away. No one. Do I think fake skin is overhyped, underrated, or misunderstood? I think, as an outsider, someone who's not involved in the tattoo industry, I think it is misunderstood. I think people do look at it and go, if I can do this, I can do that. And it's not the case. I feel like it is overhyped, and it's because manufacturers want to sell you a product. They want to make money. They're trying to sell as much of the product as possible. And they want as many new people into the industry so they can sell as much as possible. It all comes down to back to money. Whether it's every product is, they want to sell and sell and sell some more and sell some more of it, and they want new customers every day. And so I think it is overhyped. It's got its uses, but when they're selling you the dream of fake skin, oh, this is the route to being a professional tattooist and being really good at it, it's the tool that you can use to teach yourself basics. Right, if we're gonna advise anyone on what to do with fake skin, if you're gonna start doing fake skin, I've said it before, simple idea, and do it until you're doing it without thinking about it. It's one of the hardest parts about getting through an apprenticeship, is being asked to do the same thing over and over again until it's good, until you've at that point where it's cool, I think you might be ready for the real deal. And if you can't do the same thing over and over and over again, maybe tattooing is just not for you, because you will get asked to do the same tattoo over and over and over again. When you're starting out, you have to take the work that you're given or that can come, because you need as much practice and learning as possible. So tattoo the same trad flower, tattoo the same alphabet multiple times, and the more you do it, you'll see progression. So I think it's got its place in the industry. I don't think it's as good as manufacturers would make out it is, just because you're never going to be able to, it's just never going to be skin. So it is overhyped because manufacturers want to sell stuff to you, and I understand that, business is business. But if you can tattoo a bit of fake skin really well, don't then think that you can tattoo a person really well, because it's different. It's like being like, oh, I can draw really well, so I should be able to tattoo really well. It's not the case. I know some people who are not very good at drawing and are really good at tattooing. And I know people who are really good at drawing and wouldn't have a clue what to do tattooing. So it's not as transferable as that. The good thing is you can learn how your tools work. You can learn how to set up. You can learn how to stay clean. You can use it as imaginary customers to learn everything but actual tattooing, because it's not skin, and skin is the vital part of tattooing. Ink, needle, skin. Ink, needle, rubber is not the same. So I think I've ranted on enough about it. If you get any questions, if you want to message me, give me a follow, all that kind of stuff. I'm open for any kind of discussion, no matter where you are in the tattoo industry. If you're brand new to it, if you've been in it 30 years and you've seen everything, and give us a message. I'm up for talking to anyone. And if anyone's got any ideas or what products they'd like me to unpack without the glam of marketing and trying to push it down your throat and making you believe that you need this, give us a shout. Mention anything. Alright, laters.